had to come in here and re-record my half of the podcast with headphones on, listening to it. And so I used myself as an earwig.
You really did.
For the whole thing. And then Frankensteined my new shot with his old shot.
I'm glad to hear you say this because I had to ADR a commercial audition the other day.
It's, the things we do.
I literally ADR'd the whole thing and Ryan was like, I can't believe that worked.
Well, because not only are we professionals, but we've been asked to become techies.
I know. This was actually really fun. It was for a casting
We should talk about this
director
on camera.
Okay.
Some of it I'm going to use as a little like lead-in before I go into the music. So that happens now.
5, 6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid Energy.
Welcome to Big Theater Kid Energy, your least pretentious theater review podcast. I am your host, Ryan Garcia, and I went and saw Sweeney Todd at La Mirada Theatre. It's running until February 22nd, and I went to see that show with my guest, Anna Laurie.
And should I look into the camera?
You can talk to the camera. Sometimes I talk to the camera, sometimes I talk to the person. You can do whatever you want.
I'm going to go back and forth just
Sure.
to make editing really hard.
No, it won't.
Oh, yeah, because it'll be because I'm in my own solo shot.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not cutting it together with a wide.
Exactly.
I can look wherever I want.
I'm using one soundbite underneath the whole thing.
Every podcast I've ever been on, I forget that there's an intro, and I think I have talked through the intro of every... As you were doing your intro, I was remembering how much I like to talk through intros.
You were like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
I thought about interrupting just to keep my streak going, but but I didn't.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, Ryan, I've talked through the intro of every podcast I've ever done. Yeah. I was just going to interrupt with letting you know.
Anna Laurie, I've known you for a little while because you're an incredible actor, and I think I taped you on a few auditions here and there. And then you've just been blowing up over the years. You had a great run on Gotham Knights. You were in Doom Patrol. And then you're in this great movies, Final Destination, Bloodlines, and Black Phone 2.
Yeah, I had a great year. I had a crazy year.
You had a horror dream
2025 was the best year of my life.
Really?
It's all downhill from here.
No, I don't think that's true.
I peaked. Some people peak in high school. I peaked last year.
I find it hard to believe. I feel like this run is just going to keep on rolling for you.
I am glad to hear you say that.
Are you a big fan of horror?
I'm not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like something that I've ever, and I always feel bad because I love the horror community, especially now that I'm a part of it, because I definitely feel like the horror people are my people, So when I'm around fans or makers of horror, I am very comfortable and excited to be there. But I don't necessarily like watching, people suffer. It's not really for me.
I don't even like watching people suffer in There's Something About Mary.
Yeah. My mom was like, I couldn't watch Bridesmaids. That was too painful for me.
Yeah. When you have this protagonist who's doing their best and then everything, Ben Stiller is famous for it. Everything just keeps, meet the parents.
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then also my imagination is so rampant that I watched The Ring in high school and I still see that girl. I saw her a couple nights ago, and my wife was in bed, and I walked into the room, and there was a shadow, and I thought, there she is, she's going to kill me.
You know what movie this is for me is Hereditary. My boyfriend Ryan, which I'm going to say Ryan on this podcast a lot, and
you are all going to know which Ryan she's talking about
because
every time.
Because I'm not saying your name directly to you. It wouldn't make sense to tell a story about you and call you Ryan.
No, please don't speak about me in a story in the third person. Instead, talk about your boyfriend.
I went to go see Sweeney Todd with Ryan.
Okay, now it got confusing, didn't it?
Okay, so my boyfriend, Ryan, I'll just call him Nemeth. There you go.
Nice.
Nemeth. Nemeth and I went to go see Hereditary, and we slept with the lights on for days.
Right. Of course.
We literally slept with the lights. I think 2 nights in a row, we were like, we'll just leave them on, right?
I get it. I actually avoided that movie.
Yeah, that is a movie that's definitely people suffer.
I like a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, something fun. Yeah.
I like a campy horror where it's still got the horror elements, but we're aware of it. So all this to say, I have not seen your movies.
Oh.
because I'm too scared.
The ones you just both the horror movies?
Yeah. I haven't seen them.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm probably not going to see them.
You might like Final Destination Bloodlines.
Okay, I'll watch that one.
It's really graphic.
Okay, I can take that.
So it depends on how, but it's very funny and it's very campy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You were going to say something.
I was going to say Black Phone 2 is not campy. And it has it's
unlike Black Phone 1, which was a straight up comedy.
Camp, yeah. But it's also a great movie. It's a great film.
Yeah.
But I understand. I don't like horror. Letterboxd did this. They were here's the top 25 movies that Letterboxd members with the pronouns she, her have added to their thing, and like every single one of them was me. It was like Amelie, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Paddington. Like it was like I was like, that's like if it has a yellow poster, I'm in. Like that is my movie. Like I just love quirky, beautiful, like artsy, dry humor. All that stuff.
Same, but also same.
Yeah.
And I also feel like you have like such great energy and also eyes for horror. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I call it victim face.
You have great victim face, but you also have like that fun quirk where you're like, oh, I'm going to be fine. Why is everyone so scared right now? And then, you know?
I love that you're saying that because you haven't seen any of my movies. I've never played that character.
Really?
No, I'm always getting killed.
See, this is what I'm saying. There's more coming.
I'm sorry for this audio. All right.
That was terrible. So
16 ounces of cold brew down. Let's do this podcast.
The internet says you started in community theater at the age of 6.
Yeah. Okay. And that's accurate.
And that's accurate.
And I looked up the name of the theater before I came here because I knew we were going to talk about my theater past.
Tell me.
It's called the Plains Theater in Rushville, Nebraska, which, as of the 2020 census, had a population of 816 people.
Oh, that was can I tell you, that's the amount of people that were in my graduating class.
Yeah.
Not even in my high school, just my graduating
I didn't
class.
live in Rushville. I lived in Chadron, which was about 6,000 people, so booming metropolis.
Yeah, you went to the small town to do your theater work.
My mom and dad would drive us like 30 minutes to Rushville to be in the productions at the Plains Theater, which the Plains Theater was run by a man named Ryan.
Oh, it's getting so... Now there's triple Ryans in this?
Triple Ryans.
How many more Ryans
and
can we bring
Ryan,
in?
neither you nor my boyfriend, Ryan, was the director of the Plains Theater, and also he ran the grocery store. And those were his 2 jobs in Rushville, Nebraska.
What a life.
And we used to sing Queen songs before we would go on every night. We would sing... We're the Champions, I think.
That brought up a huge memory of me when I was 7 years old in a karate class, and we would do so many routines to We Are the Champions.
Really?
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen is my
great.
#1 song.
Well, and so I'll bring up another theater experience that I did. Did you ever
Please.
come see the Rocky Horror Hipster Show?
I did. Wait, I saw it at 3 clubs.
Yes. Yeah. And I think actually you sent me a really nice message about...
I was very nice because you were very good.
Yeah, I think you sent me some... you were fantastic.
Yeah.
Or but I remember you specifically messaged me about it. Okay, so yeah... We sang "Don't Stop Me Now" one of the years. I don't know if it was the year that you came.
I feel like I remember that.
Rocky, who came out, he started singing "Don't Stop Me Now," so we switched around a few songs. We also sang Bohemian Rhapsody at the end.
And that's just a crowd pleaser.
But Bohemian Rhapsody with like a drunk band and like the people singing it, I don't remember how it went over, but
that's kind of the great thing about theater. Like when you watch like a filmed play or a filmed version of a play you were in, it never sounds or looks as good as it felt on the...
It's a live
or
experience.
that the audience actually experiencst in that moment.
Yeah, and this is how I describe pro wrestling to people too.
Because Nemeth is a pro wrestler.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll watch his tape matches, if he had a good match or whatever, but it's really, you have to see it live. Like pro wrestling live is like, it's the same as theater.
Were you a pro wrestling fan before you met Nemeth?
No. I'm gonna grab my water. Hold on. More straws. No ice in this one though. No, I wasn't. I now have a whole hemisphere of my brain that's dedicated just to.
And you've become now like
wrestling.
a big fan of it. You probably can see like what's great about it at least.
I have gone full circle from being like wrestling is awesome to like the bigger Ryan gets and the more interactions I have with the world, I'm like wrestling has a toxic fandom. I think it has a little bit of a toxic fandom. So being on the other end of that, I'm like, I get what we love about it, but also the whole world is a little. It's weird too because it's like fake. And people know it's fake, but they still think some of the fake parts of it are real. So there's a very bizarre...
Look, since I've joined the Try Guys, I think that there's toxic pockets of fandom for everything.
Fandom. Yeah, totally.
Like, I think there are fans who are purely love it and understand like what it is for, and can also separate themselves to see like, oh, these are performers putting on a show that I connect with, and that brings me joy, and that's what I get out of it. And there are some people that are like, I'm having a parasocial relationship now with all of these people that I see on TV or in the ring, and so because of that, like, it gets toxic because any relationship that's too close that only one half is like devoted.
And I think the internet also sort of promote like
yes,
promotes that. Like, I think any like wrestling fans that Ryan has ever interacted with in person, you know, people are always really nice and sweet and like just want a photo or an autograph or like, you know, I think the internet's like the loudest section of
it is. And it's like, I make the biggest mistake. I go to the Try Guys Reddit and I also go to the Try Guys Snark.
Oh, you're just
Reddit.
like Nemeth.
Yeah, I'm
and
in there.
And you look at it, you're responding, you're reading everything.
Responding.
Nemeth, that's the same
The mods
thing.
it's a Ryan thing. Then the mods have now come to me and said, hey.
This water's too big.
I offered you a glass just like this, and yet you turned it down.
I know.
You thought you were better.
This Stanley Cup is like a pacifier. It's like I have it with me all the time. It's my comfort cup.
You know what? I no longer drink any carbonated liquids while I'm doing this because it makes me burp so much.
I know. Well, I just burp from drinking coffee.
And I don't drink from a straw anymore because I had to cut away from myself, which I'll be cutting away from you too, because there's nothing attractive about watching someone go, tell me more about that.
Fishing for it, yeah.
Like nothing cute. The mods came to me. They're like, hey, so like we love that you're in here. People are now responding. I'm like, is that the real Ryan or someone pretending to be Ryan? So I had to verify that I am who I say. It's.
Oh my God.
I'm too deep.
I honestly, I guess part of me feels like if other people are out there saying whatever they want about you, you might as well just get in there and reply.
Oh, it's so funny. I thought you were going to say, what does it matter?
Well, no, that's how I personally feel. Yeah. But I can understand why, like, I think sometimes replying reminds them that you are a person reading what they're saying.
That experience happened in the most recent one that I jumped in on. But also, even before I jumped in, the other fans were like, I think you're misinterpreting this. I don't think you really understand. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, I really don't need to be here.
Right.
There is no part of it.
There are people that have my back. Like, there are people who understand.
Yeah. But it is, just to say, like, when you were saying about like the toxic fandom, it just exists everywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
The internet breeds it.
Yeah, I know. It's so true.
But I also I know we're not talking about theater at all right now, but except that wrestling is such a beautiful form of theater. But let's talk more about your life as a theater person. Do you have any dreams? Because you did Rocky Horror, which I totally forgot about. Thank you for reminding me. Do you want to get back into doing more stage work and theater?
Well, honestly, talking about Sweeney Todd and just today going back and looking over all of the, like, I was part of a massively successful class at my high school as far as theater. I just spoke to my high school theater teacher the other day because I saw that someone posted that he had used a Final Destination Bloodline, like he'd used me in like a trivia question for like the like teachers like back to school meeting or something last year. And so I'd sent him an email and said, classic, like, thank you so much for getting me into acting and for all of your support and all that stuff. And he wrote me back a really beautiful email that was like, your class had a lot to do with the success of the theater program now because we won so many awards and we went to the International Thespian Festival. I don't know if you were a high school thespian.
I was, but it was different.
Yes. I mean, the International Thespian Festival was in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were like going far and wide, but it was a huge, we performed Rabbit Hole. I was in Rabbit Hole.
Oh, I love that play.
Yeah, me too. It was amazing.
That's a real like.
Yeah. I played Izzy, which is the pregnant sister, but I really wanted to play the lead really, really bad. And I was thinking about it today because I was it was such an early experience of casting, which is that like your casting just is what it is.
Yeah.
And like you can't like I feel like I spent my whole life being like, can I play the serious part?
Right.
Can I play the the lead role, and it's just like I've always been and I like it now, but I've always been a bit of an ensemble character.
I feel like theater is a place where you can break free from it more than film and TV.
That's true. You can, I played Aunt Eller in Oklahoma.
Well, and I also think like when there's things like there's the Hollywood Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
I had a couple friends from college just invite me to be like, hey, you want to be in this play with us? It wasn't for me, but just the idea of like, why am I not doing that? Like, it's so easy to produce something there if there is like the feeling of I want to do this. I also just watched Wonder Man. Sorry, I'm so ADD.
No. I'm loving it.
I just watched Wonder Man. It's a new Marvel show.
Yeah, I've been getting ads for it.
Has no right to be as good as it is.
Okay, can't wait to watch it.
It is about a man trying to be an actor in Hollywood, and it's the most accurate depiction of that. And he's
I feel like that's gonna try. I feel like it's hard for me to Don't you feel like this isn't relaxing because you're just watching your real life experience happen?
Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it also because Ben Kingsley is like becomes his buddy.
Yeah.
And is constantly dropping these little nuggets of like the power of acting and why we're doing it and the play's the thing and Shakespearean quotes. And you're like, as an actor, I actually felt moments of like cringe and then,
Yeah, I know.
there is a heart to this.
Know.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, Ben Kingsley.
It's not just, it is important what we do. Like it is like, storytelling.
Exactly.
You were asking, I would love to do theater.
Yeah.
I would love to do a play or something. And in fact, I just texted my friend and I was like, if we strike again, I was like, I'm going to do a play.
Look, we spent too much time
talking about non-theater.
Shitting and chatting about all the Ryans in your life.
Drinking.
And drinking from straws. Somehow you're making it look good. I don't get it.
I was going to say, I actually think I might look attractive drinking from a straw.
I think you're making it work in a way.
You might have to leave it in.
Now I have to. You just forced the edit. Okay. So we went to Mirada Theatre to see Sweeney Todd. That's what we're here to talk about, and we're going to get to it right now. How many seats are in La Mirada, do you think?
It's 1,247.
I mean, at least based on my research, you're 4 seats off, but you could be right. I have 1,251.
Okay.
But I love that I asked this as a setup for me to just tell you.
Because I looked it up.
You had the answer.
I looked it up when you told me where we were going. I looked up the theater, and I remember being like, wow, over 1,200 seats.
Yeah. Really going for Best Guest Award over here. I
actually just stopped myself from looking up too much like research about the show because I thought we're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it.
Ryan's going to tell me stuff, so I have to not just be like, I know. The whole podcast.
If you just say I know for the whole thing.
I know. Yep, I know.
I would love it. I actually read that. I read that actually. I already knew that. What a terrible episode. So, you know Sweeney Todd, but if you don't know Sweeney Todd is a darkly comic thriller musical with music and lyrics by Stephen Sondheim and book by Hugh Wheeler, based on a 19th century Penny Dreadful tale.
Okay, so I didn't know that part. I assumed
either.
it was based on some thing or some urban legend or something, because I was telling Nemeth, I was like, can I just tell you the plot of Sweeney Todd? And he was like, absolutely, meaning I'm never going to watch that.
Yeah.
But as I was getting into it, he was like, this is insane.
It's absolutely insane.
It's insane because the pie part of it doesn't even come up until the end of the first act.
Right.
Like, it's so far into the... Yeah, and I forgot that he has 2 identities. He used to be called someone else.
Benjamin Barker.
Yeah, it's a dense play. There's a lot happening.
It's a dense play, and so do you know? I didn't even know what Penny Dreadfuls really were. I just knew there was a TV show called Penny Dreadful.
So, which is interesting that you say that because you know that Penny Dreadful was created by John Logan, who was the writer and one of the producers of Sweeney Todd, the 2007 Tim Burton movie.
I know.
And who I worked with on They/Them for Blumhouse.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very excited to see John's name on that.
Wait, that's
I was like,
so cool.
He is just it seems a true goth.
Yeah.
He can't get away from these.
Did you have a goth part of your life? Were you ever gothy?
No, but I wanted to be so bad.
Yeah.
And that's why the 2007 movie was so important to me because my older brother and our friend Paige was like they were just so into it, and they were really
the Sweeney
into
Todd Tim Burton movie.
The Sweeney Todd Tim Burton movie, that was peak vibes for me as a young teen. I was like, I need a black and white striped long sleeve shirt to wear under a graphic tee. I had one pair of Hot Topic pants with chains on them.
You were like edging toward it.
I wanted
but you
to
never
be. I just couldn't
committed.
go full send.
Do you have any tattoos?
I have one now on my foot, but not related.
There was
to
none
any
that you
sort
were
of...
like, I'm 18 and I'm gonna rebel.
No. I was just too. I think I was just too theatery. Like at my core. I mean, I was homeschooled as well. Theater was the one thing I was going to school to go do.
But to the point of what Penny Dreadfuls even are.
Oh yeah, I actually don't know.
They are short stories that started in the 1830s.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Because and they were sold for a penny.
Okay.
And they were dark, dreadful stories. And the reason that they started like taking off was that
year? What century?
1830s.
Okay, so this is like Charles Dickens time.
Yeah, so people are like becoming more educated.
Yeah.
And also, so the literacy and printing was getting more available and easy to do. Then Sweeney Todd first appeared in 1846 in a Penny Dreadful called The String of Pearls. And it was kind of like a shock horror. It didn't have all of the complex story parts of it. It was just this barber who was killing people and putting them in meat pies.
Another ADHD side tangent here.
Please.
Did you ever watch The Nick?
Loved The Nick.
Yeah. So The Nick, it was such a good illustration, I thought, of like what barbers were before there were surgeons. It was like, go to the barber. They're gonna cut your leg off. Give you a shave, cut your leg off.
Pull out teeth. All these, which by the way is not in the movie. In the Pirelli song, they just cut the teeth pulling entirely. I didn't know about that until I was listening to the soundtrack. And then in 1973, Christopher Bond wrote a stage play called Sweeney Todd. It humanized Todd, made Judge Turpin responsible for destroying his family, and then framed it really as this revenge tragedy that it became. And Harold Prince, who eventually directed, I'm giving you just all the history here.
Great.
Harold Prince, who directed the Broadway production of it, went to Stephen Sondheim and was like, this should be a musical.
Wow. So did it ever debut as a straight play?
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Okay.
It was a stage play in 1973.
But then the 1979, the Broadway one was in 1979.
Very quick.
They were like,
and for such a
now
complex piece, with like the complexity of the relationships and the complexity of the music, and the way that Stephen Sondheim described the music, because at first Stephen Sondheim was like, I don't want to do this.
Oh.
Harold Prince is like, this is not a play, this is an opera.
Oh.
But he went to Sondheim and he's like, come on, you got to do it. He's like, Sondheim was like, audiences won't like how gruesome this story is. And Prince pitched it as a musical thriller over musical comedy.
Yeah.
Because that just didn't exist.
A musical thriller.
Yeah.
But it's the perfect time in American history for it, because obviously the history of horror is connected to sort of the Vietnam War. Have you ever heard this sort of through line before, which is that Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out like around the same time that Americans were witnessing these images from the Vietnam War. And that was kind of making all art like a little bit darker.
Yeah, the first time the war came into our homes through TV.
Yeah, and the first time that people were witnessing, I don't know, it just started to be reflected in the art. Like, we want to see the horror of the real world. So it was perfect timing.
Yeah. And so that's when Hugh Wheeler and Sondheim made it into a 19th century opera. And one thing that I thought this production really nailed, and what the music does, is the music is unrelenting.
Yes.
It is just pushing you forward.
Yeah.
It's at least at the beginning, I really felt this. That I've never heard La Mirada sound better.
Oh yeah,
than for
I've never
this show.
heard La Mirada sound anything, but I believe you.
It sounded so like just all encompassing.
It was in your bones,
and it's meant to feel like you're in the meat grinder.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, you have to cut that out. Sorry, but like that, it was just. And that brings me to two things that I noted about this production.
Please.
One being the pace.
That's what I want to talk about too.
The pace was just cooking, and I feel like that has to be Jason Alexander's influence
That was Jason Alexander
on the play,
for sure.
because the difference between good theater and bad theater is the pace.
Yeah.
And it's whether you have a director who understands, and especially now. I mean, this is going to sound so pathetic. This is going to sound insane, but like, I'm a person who like really struggles with screen time. Like, I am constantly downloading apps
Doesn't
and
sound
reading
pathetic,
stuff
sounds
about
universal.
trying to just get off my phone. I've made a huge concentrated effort over the last year. And while I was in this musical, I was noticing that I did not want to look at my phone.
There was no
once.
pull to leave that stage.
No, and they kept my attention the whole time. And I know that sounds like such a small bar, but really, I was really, really engaged. I was really, really into it.
I think what you're saying is actually huge and hard to do, and because yes, there needs to be space to breathe and space to actually absorb the things that are happening. But and this show earns those moments.
Yeah.
But it is constantly driving, and everyone
I got
is a part of
goosebumps.
it. It's so freaking good.
And that was the other thing I wanted to say is I'm always watching the ensemble because, like I said, I came up.
And this ensemble was out of this world.
They were so good. I came up as an ensemble person. I was in the ensemble of Hello Dolly, the ensemble of Bye Bye Birdie. I'm like, I'm always in the background of something. And so I'm always watching these people because they're not any less talented than anyone else on stage. The ensemble is so important, and they were so good. I mean, who was the vocal director? Because holy crap.
And they did this so quickly, by the way.
How long was
like
the
they
rehearsal?
started rehearsing January 2nd, and like we just saw opening night a few nights ago. So like 3 weeks,
That's
3.5 weeks.
crazy. I could never. I don't think I
To
could
put together
ever do.
Sondheim and something of this magnitude, get that straw moment. The fans want it. Music direction by Daryl Archibald.
Daryl
And
Archibald.
choreographed by Lee Martino. Directed by
and the choreography was great too.
there was acrobatics on top of the actual choreography.
And they were all doing this kind of weird shoulder thing that I loved.
The concept of it, which you can tell, but it's not overdoing it to a point where it's like really trying to tip its hat toward it, which I think is Jason Alexander just honestly directing at his best on this show. But we're in the asylum from moment one.
Yeah.
And this is the actual people in the asylum telling the story with the things that they have available to them. So
Brilliant.
we're actually watching all the asylum patients
act it out.
and that's what I loved, where there are moments where things are happening center stage, and when it's really compelling, you start to see from the wings little faces start to peek
the
out.
people's hanging out and watching.
Because
I really liked.
they were like, oh, actually, this is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is creepy. I want to be a part. Like it was so well executed in a way that I was like, oh, is this going to be overdone? In the way that's like, okay, now the insane asylum, they're gonna put on a costume.
Yeah.
And it just felt.
No, it was totally like a metaphor. It was a whisper
It
of
was
an idea.
So
it was not.
well. It was just allowed us. What I think that Jason Alexander did so well here is he trusted his audience
Yes.
to be smart enough to fill in the gaps.
Yes, yeah, which is like nobody does that. No movie, no play does that, and that's what loses your attention.
Yes.
is when you're being talked down
When you're being-
to.
yeah,
when you're being
exactly, like
spoon-fed,
spoon-fed.
everything. Yeah.
You owe me a Coke. So the original production won 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Best Actor, Best Actress
This is
for
Angela
Lansbury.
Oh my god! I watched some of the original production today. I watched a little clip of it, and I just the audience, just the applause she gets
Yeah.
when she comes out on stage. I was just like,
That's one of my favorite
I'm a
things.
huge Murder She Wrote fan. Huge.
Wow, I
Murder,
didn't
She
know
Wrote
that.
Fan. Yeah, and so I'm like my dream is like, please don't make Murder She Wrote for another 30 years, so that I can play Angela Lansbury's, so I can play a Jessica Fletcher. Please reboot it in 30 years. When we're all we have chips in our brains that make
Yeah.
the TV go to our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dream.
I know somebody in the ensemble. I saw her in a different show that I've reviewed for this podcast, Gabby Adner, and she starred in that, and then she was ensemble in this, and she was great. In Pirelli's, she like I saw her very clearly. She's a person like faux fainted when at a moment,
Beautiful.
and she was just like the work that they were all doing out there as the ensemble building that world.
The Insane Asylum work was great.
Yes.
But one of my favorite ensemble moments was when they're all enjoying the pie at the beginning of the second act.
Yeah.
That I don't know the name of the number, but when they're it's the Pirelli reboot when they're talking, Toby saying have the pie.
God, that's good.
I don't know. Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's God,
yeah,
That's
yeah,
Good,
Gotta
yeah.
be. Yeah. I just thought the ensemble work there was so fun. And the way they lit it. So it was like, we are so happy at this busy, fun
bright
cafe.
and warm.
Yeah. Like, we're all having a great time. Like, and another moment that I want to call out.
Please.
I don't know if you have a structure that you want to do here,
I
but
do,
I'm
but
just
it also is out the
railroading
window
through
when I'm. But here's the thing: because we're both ADD all over the place, I can follow.
Great. And I'm hoping that we are going to capture our audience's attention with, with the speed.
Can you imagine if I edit this out of order so it fits my chronological structure in the way that I want it to?
Go ahead. I don't care.
You're
What
like,
do I care?
why is she so excited here at the end?
I gotta be honest. I've never listened to a single podcast I've ever been on.
Hey, you
so
don't need to.
You could do whatever you want to this, and I'll never know.
Oh, how exciting!
I guess I'm just gonna call it the the judge assault choreography.
Oh my God! Yeah.
The way they choreograph that to be sort of metaphorical, right? And to have all the audience holding the judge up and swooping him down onto her. It was chilling, but it didn't make me feel sick. Like that scene is a sickening thing that's happening, but I thought it was just perfect choreography.
Judge Turpin, played by Norman Large, and I'm like, hey, like I'm at a certain age, I'm still willing to be lifted up on stage by other actors. Like that takes a lot of trust.
I know, yeah.
And they did the same thing with Joanna, who played by Allison Shepard, beautifully. By the way, there's a huge one I really want to call out.
Is she
for
an
her.
opera singer?
She must be.
She must be.
She must be opera
It
trained.
was so.
The voices in this everyone knows that has listened to my podcast that I loved Les Mis. It was a wall of sound at the Pantages. This was right up there with the impressiveness of the voices and the orchestration and the sound design and the sound balance. There's also one thing about the sound design. Since we're jumping, that when they went down into the basement, they added reverb.
Yes.
To add the feeling of like now we're in this very expansive, hard-walled room.
I think I only noticed it when Toby was under there, but yeah, what
the
a great
moment that
call
Mrs.
out.
Lovett brought him down there, it started happening. And I was like, oh, that's so smart. And then his kept happening even though they were back upstairs.
So good.
Because they weren't at levels. He was just behind a little sheer curtain. And you could tell like, oh no, it makes so much sense. It's just so smart. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Jason Alexander, by the way, won Best Performance by a Leading Actor in a Musical for Jerome Robbins, Broadway, in 1989. That's the same year he booked Seinfeld. So he won a Tony and booked Seinfeld the same year of his life.
You know what? Can I, just to go into this as an actor, because I feel like I've heard Jason Alexander talk about how his first love is theater.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've heard that he sort of he doesn't only want to be known for Seinfeld.
Right.
Maybe I'm sort of just inventing that part, but I can totally imagine the headspace of an actor who's like, I'm on this path.
Yeah.
Right? You win a Tony and you're like, I'm going to become a serious theater actor.
Yeah.
And then you book this, huge, iconic sitcom. But that really, that's like, that changes your whole career.
But to that point, when you book it, you're not booking an iconic sitcom.
Right. You're just booking, it had the first season had 5 episodes, I think.
So you're a Tony-winning actor on Broadway, and then you book a sitcom in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Thank God he made the choice to do the sitcoms. It probably opened so many more doors for him. And no, thank God. Who knows? Maybe his life would still be wonderful, whatever direction he went.
But it's a totally different career. I know, like, for my own, like, career, it's like, it's hard to, you can't plan it.
No.
Things just come your way and you say yes or no. Like, you're not going to, you have this idea of what you want to be. Like, right? Like, I wanted to be in Wes Anderson movies. Like, that's why I started, like, and now I'm in horror. And I'm not saying like, oh, I don't want to be in horror. I love my career. I love what I've gotten to do and who I've gotten to work with. But it's like, it's so different than how I imagined
And who knows where it's going to lead?
Yeah, totally.
You have no idea what's going to... The thing also about an actor's life is you have no idea what day your life's going to change.
I know, and that's why it's perfect for ADHD people.
I know!
It's perfect and terrible.
And there's not just like this slow plodding ladder at a corporation that you're climbing as you do good work.
But it is hard because you're like, I just finally got into a schedule, and now I'm leaving for 2 weeks to go shoot this thing.
And also you have to remember, like, I should create a schedule. I should book vacations. I should do these things because by building my life like that... Time slipping by, and also book a vacation, book a job.
Yes,
It's at the time when you're most focused on this next step that you get taken away from it.
It's so true.
We have to talk about Will Swenson as Sweeney Todd / Benjamin Barker. My God, that voice, that presence, that human being, and the fact that I really think like they mined every moment of comedy from this show, where it wasn't just the comedic characters like Pirelli or Mrs. Lovett or Beetle, that get these comedic moments. It was everyone.
Yeah, everyone did. Yeah.
There was one of the most, I don't want to give it away because it was such a beautiful moment that I don't want to blow it. But even Sweeney Todd gets to have fun moments. And I think some of that has to do with the fact that we know that these are the asylum people putting on the show that gives them a little bit of freedom within the construct of it.
I also thought he just like physically was a great cast for it. He had a charisma, which I think you really need to understand.
Yeah.
The Lovett-Todd relationship was very clear to me in this too. Like, and it was so interesting. So Helena Bonham Carter was my first like introduction to Mrs. Lovett as a character, and I think there was a lot of controversy around her casting and the way she played it, which I didn't understand at the time. I was just like, it's Helena Bonham Carter, like, you know what I mean? It's Tim Burton.
No wrong.
We got all the hits,
It's perfect.
But having seen this performance of Mrs. Lovett and then watching a little of the Angela Lansbury performance of Mrs. Lovett, I'm like, oh, this is really a very comedic role.
Yeah.
And Helena Bonham Carter did not do that at the whole Tim Burton one is very quiet.
Yeah.
Everyone quieted down, you know what I mean? The singing is a lot more subdued.
Especially Johnny Depp's Sweeney Todd,
Yeah,
who was just
yeah.
so brooding.
Yeah.
And so focused.
I know. Well, I kind of like that.
I do like that.
But
I loved that this Sweeney Todd actually was like, he was devolving into madness. He didn't start in madness. It actually you saw that like the hatred, the obsession.
Yeah.
It didn't start huge. It became huge.
And he had a fury.
Yes.
There was a lot of rage to his Sweeney Todd too.
And even people that we know, and I don't know about you, but people that I know that have rage. Look, I play a lot of pickleball.
Oh yeah.
And so I witness people's rage that they try to keep pent up come through. And I love it. I'm getting to see the real human being. But that's the thing about like this Sweeney
anger is so interesting as that
people can keep it under until they can't. And so I think I hear what you're saying. Like, of course, we love Johnny Depp's version of it.
Yeah.
But you were talking about Angela Lansbury
the character
and
of Mrs.
Mrs.
Lovett.
Lovett. Yeah. Played by Leslie Margarita at a level that I cannot even comprehend.
She's incredible.
How funny she is.
Yeah, she's so funny. And I was going to say the cast's timing overall impeccable. Everyone's timing was so good. And yeah, Leslie Margarita, I think she has a lot to do with why our attention was so why we're so
because if you took your eye off her for a second, you were gonna miss.
You're gonna miss something. Yeah, you had to be locked in, and she kept that pace fucking rolling. Like she was just like not.
She was not
missing a
chewing
beat.
up the scenery. She was like letting
things play under. But we were listening to her so hard that even when she threw it away, it was so artful.
Yeah, because I think there's someone described it once to me as like acting as fishing. And it's like sometimes you have to like reel the audience in, but sometimes you have to give them some line, or else it's going to break.
Yes, and I've said this before about theater, which is that the harder you're going for the audience, the more they're
pushing them
back.
away.
You need to pull them in by
Yes.
Throwing it away. Yes.
And to speak about one of the most, I think, comedic moments in the show for me was the Lovers song "Kiss Me," which then it becomes like a foursome as well. It's on the stairs when they put those stairs together.
Oh yeah.
And it was incredible and hilarious. Joanna again played by Allison Shepard, and Anthony Ho played by Chris Hunter. Them going up and down those stairs, trying to like figure out, and she would go from like hopeful and so in love to,
I know.
but actually I'm actually like very freaked out, and I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, and I'm freaked out. That switch back and forth from her when they'd almost have each other, she was, and as you're saying, like the operatic ability, but also just the acting, like the left
It was
turn.
Exhausting me just watching it. It was exhausting.
This is a marathon, whole show.
Yeah, it really is. I know. And Anthony, is it Antony or Anthony? Is it T-H?
I thought it was Anthony, but
Anthony,
is it?
Okay. No,
I could be wrong.
I've got no idea. I think I'm like mixing up Toby and whatever. I'm sure it's Anthony.
Toby, who, by the way, is your casting.
Yes, exactly.
You would be young
My
Toby.
dream.
If we could just put on a quick, you'd be Toby, and I'd be Pirelli. And we could just go around selling our piss hair stuff,
That would
whatever
be my
that is.
This is what we're going to do during the strike.
Yeah, perfect.
We're just
We'll put on, oh my God, instead of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
We're going to write
Toby
the
and Pirelli.
backstory of Toby and Pirelli, of where they came
gosh.
from. Can you do an Irish and an Italian accent, though?
I will by the time we open.
Because that was when he started, I was like, oh God, this guy's going Irish. He sounds Irish now. I was like, oh no, he lost his accent. He went Irish. And then I was like, no, wait.
No, he's supposed to be.
And
it's
he was
in the words.
switching back and forth between these two accents. And I was like, that would melt my brain. I would be Australian. I would be all over
Andrew
the place.
Pollack, really, also just his Pirelli. And also, I don't know
so
how
good.
purposeful it was. Maybe it was, but his mustache would not stay on his face.
I hope it was planned, but theater, that's a great thing about theater. We don't know.
I don't know if it was because it kept falling so much. And then he even did a bit when he grabbed his razor where he added in a little thing where he went like that back and forth in front of him.
And then took it off.
It happened. No, it was later when it was already gone. He gave up on it. Oh. And he added into part of the song of like removing the mustache. And it got its own little like mini laugh from
Interesting.
people.
Okay. So yeah, maybe it wasn't planned.
Andrew Pollack.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Amazing. I also played as I was reminiscing and getting my theater background today, I forgot that I played an Italian grandmother in Over the River and Through the Wood.
Give us a taste of this Italian
No, I won't do it now.
I know you should.
I won't do it now.
You really shouldn't.
No.
Don't worry, you'll never hear this.
But me and a bunch of... I won't... you're right. All right, here I go. The internet doesn't live forever, right? No, but it was like a New Jersey Italian.
Oh,
and in fact,
right.
I was pretty sure I was doing a Jewish impersonation of some sort, but I did look the play up and I was like, oh no, they're described as ethnic Italians.
Okay.
Like, so still not great.
I'm going to talk about more of the cast, but also when that party scene where you were talking about the choreography and the lifts that were happening in it, there was also the masks that the party goers were wearing in it.
So scary.
Were so terrifying. Like, I think this did such a great job of keeping the thriller aspect of the horror.
Yeah.
But also incorporating so much comedy. But in that scene, we're not playing for jokes.
No.
And it was made
totally
very clear
serious.
by the costuming and by the choreography of it.
And this is where that expert directing kind of comes back in, I think, because to be able to nail the heart, the comedy, and the horror, you know, it's a balancing act that he really pulled off.
And knowing when in the show to give a little bit of air and when to push was
because it's hard with a stage show. It's got to be so hard to direct a stage show because once they're up there doing it, you don't know what's gonna, you know what I mean? What of your directing is gonna stick? What are they gonna be, do? So
have you ever gotten notes from a stage manager that you weren't doing things correctly?
No, but that's probably because I haven't done like professional adult
so you'll start
theater.
so the stage manager that's there the whole time will be like, hey, the director said you're supposed to do this and you're a little early in your timing, a little bit like they will be on top of you.
So you remember how I said I didn't get the lead part in Rabbit Hole that I wanted?
Yeah.
The girl who did book it, Mary Zanger, who was amazing, and she's totally perfect casting for it. She is now a professional stage manager in Chicago.
No way!
Yeah,
oh, that
so
sounds
that's
like
her
a great.
job.
That
That's
sounds
what
like
she does.
I could have had that life.
And I think she has worked on a Jason Alexander production.
Oh,
before.
really?
Mary has, yeah. Yeah, so shout out Mary.
The associate director of this show, Rhonda Cole, I've worked with her 2 times now on different musicals.
Whoa!
And I was asking her a little bit about like how I saw her at opening night, and I was talking to her a little bit about the production. And she's now worked with Jason Alexander a few times. He's clearly someone that like he's loyal to the people that he likes to work with. Cool. He keeps working with them again and bringing them back. He just seems like an all-around great guy.
That's awesome.
Another small thing that I loved I'm so obsessed with transitions.
Oh yeah. Between scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then not detracting from
and
what's
I didn't notice
happening.
them at all.
The only one I noticed was when the massive platform moved, they unlocked and locked it on beat with the music. And I was like, bravo.
Wow. Did that wheelchair going up on top of that platform freak you out?
A little bit.
The second they dropped it down, I was like, why does it have wheels? Why does it have wheels?
Why is it mobile?
Why are there wheels?
We're too high up for that.
Don't be wheeling this around.
Someone's going to fly off that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my God.
Also, By the Sea, the one where Leslie Margarita, Mrs. Lovett, is trying to talk to Sweeney Todd.
The open splits rolling onto the floor.
That was a like.
Oh, okay. So you can do everything,
right?
So you can do everything.
We're watching Leslie Margarita show us like, okay, here's my entire encyclopedia of comedic bits.
Yeah.
And then we get to By the Sea, and it's like, oh, and here's volume 2.
Yeah.
It keeps going.
Yeah. I have, and not to mention, while sustaining the voice the entire time, and then the physicality is just incredible.
I cannot handle.
No.
I cannot handle.
She's fabulous.
She's fabulous, and her and Will Swenson work together so well. All right, the last things I want to talk about this show.
The last things.
We can talk about many other things.
Okay. I'm just having such a great time.
I'm having a great time too.
And this is after I told you that I don't want to do any. I don't like doing podcasts.
You don't want to do podcasts.
Yeah.
I only got you here because you said Sweeney Todd was a formative musical for you, and you're like,
I do want to see it.
Kind of seems fun. It's in La Mirada. Okay, I'll do it. I'm just going to name some other people. Toby was played by Austin Myers, who...
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. Austin Myers was so wonderful, so heartbreaking to see
and
his
so
pure love.
Crazed. He played crazy really well. It reminded me of... like a Renfield.
Yes.
Have you seen a Dracula
totally.
He would be an amazing Renfield.
Oh, yes. Austin, have you thought about doing Renfield? And Jonas Fogg, who ran the asylum, Ryan Dietz, wonderful.
Have we talked about Anthony? We haven't fully...
No, you're right. We have to talk more about Chris Hunter, who played Anthony.
We only briefly touched on Anthony.
You want to talk about...
That man.
You want to talk about some kind of operatic training.
I want to be at his autopsy.
You want to see what's going on inside that
I
body.
want to see what's going on inside that because
how
I
is he
know
getting,
his lungs are going from his shoulders to his waist.
How's he getting that much breath in
Dude.
every time?
Every time.
So supported, holding notes out for what feels like minutes.
Forever. Yeah. And very tonally.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Some weird fun fact about the 2007 Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
The guy that played Anthony in the 2007 Sweeney Todd is Vecna.
Yes.
In Stranger Things.
Yes.
I went back to the cast because I wanted to see if any of the, where are they now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Jamie Campbell Bower.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Campbell Bower. I know, I saw that too. I was like, oh, what a little cutie. Also,
Okay.
you haven't aged much.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You look the same. It's been 19 years.
I know.
Probably 20 years since filming.
So, yeah, he must have been, I don't know how old he is. How old is he? Look it up.
I don't want to.
Okay.
No, I can't. Also, Alan Rickman.
Okay, but I have
as
thought
Judge
about this,
Turpin.
and I don't think I realized how evil the judge was from Sweeney Todd the movie because Alan Rickman's kind of hot.
Right.
And
you were like, oh, hello,
I was
Mr.
like,
Judge.
oh, what? The judge wants to...
Joanna, get over it.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of. I do think I was like
Yes.
really focused on Alan Rickman.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I saw this production, I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of conceptualize how like disgusting and kind of evil this is. You know?
Yeah, I think that they pulled back for some reason in the movie, maybe for very good reasons, from him really asking for her hand. And like, with this judge, when he was like, I feel like I found someone for you. It's me.
Yeah.
Was so like you could hear audible disgust
Everyone was
from
really
the audience.
creeped out. Yeah.
But in the movie, they tried to really make him evil by there's the moment where he's setting the person to hang for having broken the law. In the movie, it's a child.
I only got 20 minutes in.
I know, that's what I'm telling you.
Child.
It's in the movie. I know you told me. So
that's what I'm saying to you now, Anna.
So that was the past. This is the present. We've been in both of them together. So Alan Rickman is you just see him and he's saying this is the second offense, and so now you must be hanged at the rope.
This is a great Alan Rickman
Thank you.
impression.
And then it flips around to the other side, and you see he's talking to a 10-year-old.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Another person I really want to talk about is the bird seller.
Oh.
Whose name is Anthony Canarella. I think he was doing a lot of acrobatics in the show.
Oh, I don't think
when
I
he
did not
had the
clock it.
pole where he had the 4
birds on
it, he was just like his dancing acumen was so impressive, and I couldn't take
Wow.
my eyes off of him while I was still like connecting with Joanna and listening to her sing. I was like, my God, he's like floating around this stage.
I don't feel like I clocked it. I regret that. I'll have to go back
You'll have to go back to see it with Nemeth.
with every Ryan I can.
Every Ryan, see if you can get that theater director back from somewhere in, what is he doing now? In Tennessee?
Rushville, Nebraska.
From Rushville, Nebraska. And I want to talk about Beetle Bamford also, who is very good in the movie, played by Timothy Spall, who's just like the perfect little
Perfect Beetle Bamford. I know. Yeah, I know.
I'm a bad guy.
Timothy Spall. So this is what I mean about casting, right?
Yeah.
Like
He's
Timothy
always gonna
Spall
play.
just is that.
He's not
but-
going to be your leading.
No, he's not a leading man, but there's money in that, you
Yes.
know? Like, and I'm actually really excited to age into
Yes.
some kind of, like bizarre neighbor. Like I can't wait to be playing these, you know what I mean?
I
These
think
roles
the
where
best actors I know are the ones that know themselves
yes, yeah.
and own it and then massage that.
And for your career to work, your representatives also have to be on the same page.
Yes. All your materials must match
everything
that.
has to be lined up.
But in this, so in the movie, I felt like Beetle wasn't very dangerous or scary because, Timothy Spall just doesn't he's not a commanding presence where you're like, oh, what's he going to do with that little cane that extends? I'm really not that nervous.
yeah.
But in this show, Nicholas, hold with me, Mangiardo Cooper. Sorry, I probably should switch up. Nicholas Mangiardo Cooper. He was like an imposing figure.
Yeah, he was. He was a little scary. He was like a bodyguard kind of, yeah.
And then his whole song, and he also had a beautiful falsetto.
Oh, yeah, it was gorgeous.
And,
yeah.
and even like the comedic beats where he's not leaving. He's going to keep playing the little piano.
The piano. That was so fun. That's not in the movie at all, I'm sure.
No, it's not in the movie.
No, okay.
To say I thought he was wonderful as Beetle.
He was great.
That's like most of the main cast, and also there were obviously a ton of wonderful ensemble members.
There was one thing I was thinking of. There was a girl that came on to to receive the letter. Remember when Sweeney's writing a letter to the judge and he hands it to her and she has to take the letter and leave?
Yeah.
That, it conjured up for me that feeling of when you're an ensemble in a play and how fun it is to have all those little different parts and to like be marking it in your script and like every other little part you get through. Okay, yep, and I'll be on stage again then. And I'll be
and
on
how
stage
smart
again
you'll
then.
feel when you go up and they make a change. Like, I love that, but I do have to be stage left within 3 seconds to accept the letter. So would you like me to instead cross over here?
Exactly.
So that I can it's like, Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love being the smart actor in those moments.
Oh my God, you're like when you have your diet, you know what I mean? You know exactly
You know
when you're
your
coming
show.
on and when you're leaving and how you have to get over. And you know, one of the plays I was in high school was Noises Off.
Me too.
You were in Noises Off?
Yes.
It's okay, it's
I
one of
played
my
Gary, who played Roger.
This is the play we're gonna do if we strike.
They did it at the Geffen.
I didn't get to
recently.
see it. I was out of town. I think I literally had it on my calendar and I didn't go see it. I did see a couple of years ago when I was traveling for work a really bad version of it that I actually had to leave halfway through because
if it's bad, it's bad.
you know why? The pace.
It's got to be. You
The
got to just
pace-
trust the words. Words.
Words. And Noises Off. You just got to keep. And it was one of those. It was the problem of not trusting your audience. Everything was like ba donk, ba donk, ba donk.
It's
like,
not a children's show. Like, no.
It's British. It's like just
It's a
fucking
sex
fly
farce.
through. Yes,
Go.
just go. Exactly. Yes. Noises Off is one of those where you're like, when am I coming? Where am I going? When am I coming on? When do I have to go back
Either
on?
you
Which door am I
played
to come on?
Vicky or you played Mrs. Clatchit.
Clatchit. You know it was Clatchit. I've never played an ingenue in my life.
That's so funny because I feel like you'd be a really good
never
Vicky
played
too,
an-
looking for your contact lens.
That's true. Yeah. In high school, I was not a Vicky.
Sure.
I was an old woman. I
Yeah.
was a Clatchit. I was Stanley the waiter in Hello Dolly. I was, a crazed fan in Bye Bye Birdie. I was the crazier, the weirder, the better.
That was for you.
And it still is. You know what I mean? It still is. I mean,
Yeah.
I just even when I'm on network TV, it's like she's the bad guy.
Totally.
She's screwing someone over here. you know?
Right.
Like there's something a little off about her.
This show was so exceptional.
I agree.
I think I was saying to you before when we were just like talking outside about how Michelin stars work, and the more Michelin stars something has means that's the amount you should travel more distance to go and
To
try
make
the
it worth
food
it.
there. I think this show, regardless of how far you are from La Mirada, you should make the trek.
Yes.
Because it is so well done. It's so hard to do great theater. One, because, I had a director once say that like 90% of directing is casting. And this cast had to be on their game with a short rehearsal period, with Sondheim music, with something that's so intricate and requires all of them to be on at all times.
If you don't go see it, I think that you are missing out on something special.
Yeah.
Like it is a special performance.
It's only going till February 22nd.
You have to go.
Make the plan now. Buy the tickets now. This is also the hardest one to get a ticket for opening night.
Because it was packed.
It was all 1,200 and either 47 or 51 people were there. And it was like...
It was packed. I will say if you're sitting in N35 and there is someone that has a lot of hair in front of you,
Yeah.
you are going to miss some of the center stage moments.
And at times you may lean over to look around him, and the person sitting next to you may think you have something to whisper in their ear.
But I don't.
That's
I'm
not
just
what's
trying to
happening.
lean around. And you know what's so funny? When I'm in theater and I'm trying to look around the person in front of me, I know the person behind me now
Is
has
also
to
doing it.
try
I
to
think
look
about
around
it
me
every
while
time.
my head's
The
bobbing all over
dominoes
the
that
place.
are set in motion.
I'm moving your head around.
Yeah.
Can we also talk really quickly about the guy that was sitting next to you? That when Anthony,
Oh, he was another show entirely. Yeah.
he literally.
Oh.
But it was so fun because it was the thing I was talking about how I didn't want to be on my phone. It's so fun to be around someone. You're like, yes, we're all here experiencing it together. We're all engaged in this performance together.
Yeah. When AI takes all the jobs, it's not going to take theater.
It can't have theater.
People still want live events that we
Yes.
can share together. They
And
want
I
concerts.
actually think more than ever. I think it feels like it's bigger
since
than
the
ever.
pandemic, since all of these screens that are sucking away our
Yeah.
souls, we want to be in a room with other people experiencing something.
Yes.
I want to go see, you know what movie I did see? A horror movie? Weapons. And I saw it in the theater.
It's so fun
and
to
I'm
see with people.
You have to see that one with people
My
because
whole theater I was in was
Same.
going nuts for it.
Same.
Yeah,
The moments where we're all like, ha 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 ha, together.
Yes. Oh, it was so fun. I know. And that's why I think, there's a lot of drama right now about what is AI going to do? What's
Yeah.
going to happen to the film industry? What's going to, is Netflix going to buy Warner Brothers? We don't know.
Yeah.
Like, every time I go to a theater now, movie theater or to a play, I'm just reassured. I'm just like, I don't think this is going away.
No.
Like, I just don't think we're ever going to not want this experience,
Yeah.
And like, and I see movies now and I'm like, people are going. People go to the movies. Gen Z loves going to the movies because they're not under surveillance. You know what I mean? It's the only place they can go and not have a phone on them or near them. Like we're all enjoying this together. And so, yeah, I think we got to see more theater. Can I come on this podcast? Like, I could be every other one.
Great.
Yeah.
You'll be my co-host. I'll put a little spot here with a third mic.
I could be, put me over there like Andy Richter.
I'll put you like
with
Andy
a little
Richter. No, I'll make you the
soundboard.
band guy. I'll make you just like a little drum set.
I'm not
And
musical.
now here's your host, Ryan Garcia.
That was really good. And I think I should actually host this podcast now.
I'll be the
and
guy
you
with
should-
the drum set.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Do you
I'm
mind
too-
if I take over your podcast?
No, that's totally fine. Anything else you want to say about Sweeney Todd at La Mirada?
Oh, the orchestra. I just want to shout out the orchestra. It was
Please
incredible.
do.
Yeah, they were amazing. I was really blown away by the music overall.
Agreed. Thank you for that because they were wonderful. Why don't we say their names? Say their names. No, there's too many. Oh my gosh, it's a big orchestra.
Well, it has to be. Da, 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 da. How many notes of that do you think you can leave in without getting demonetized?
I'm going to keep all of them in.
Oh.
I'm not monetizing this yet.
Okay, I'll Venmo you. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Anna, it was so wonderful to have you
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Everyone, thank you so much for listening to the end. Please go and see
Sweeney Todd at the La Mirada Theatre, directed by Jason Alexander. It's running now through February 22nd.
I've lost my job. Anna, do you have anything to promote?
To promote?
Or where people should find you in case they can keep up with what you should be promoting in the future?
Not really. I haven't.
Don't Google her. Don't try to find her on Instagram.
Don't think of me. Don't talk about me.
Don't think of me
Don't-
when you're casting an ingenue in
Yeah.
something. Don't even
Absolutely
look my way.
not. Don't call me unless you have a production of Noises Off you're trying to get off the ground. On Instagram, I'm Anna_Lori, ANNA_LORE. But as I said, I'm really trying not to use social media that much. So
But I'm sure that if you do book something or are working on something, that you'll let people know on there, perhaps.
via that, yeah.
Via that. So that's a great place to go. To learn more about Anna Lori, ANNA_LORE. See, I can host too.
You are a great host, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
This has been so fun.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming. And as always, let me know if there's any shows you want me to see, people you want me to have on, segments you want on the podcast. And go and subscribe and like things and rate and review. You don't understand. This is like a small business, and small businesses live and die by reviews. So please, let me know what you think. Bye!
We got big theater kid energy. Look out, we project, we sing out Louise. Never market, always go full out. John Patrick Shanley never had a doubt. Our voices are warm, fan kicks are high. We've got perfect form. We say thank you, five. Grab your prop, charge all the glow tape. Curtains going up. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got big theater kid